welcome to the latest video on my YouTube chat show, Marner Meets. Today we have travelled through to the east coast of Scotland to one of the most beautiful coastal towns our country has, Arbroath. The football team have been flying, and so is the man in the tartan trousers, PDC darts player Alan Soots, Soutar. In 2021, Soots made a dream debut in the PDC World Championship of Darts, getting to the last 16 and played at the home of darts, the Alley Pally. He kept us entertained over Christmas with his hectic schedule to make work and his matches. He juggled a career in the fire service, training guide dogs, running a darts academy and competing on the professional darts tour. So, let's find out how the man of the moment does all this. So, Alan, can I call you Soots?
Of course you can.
Well, Soots, me and my dad have travelled through to this beautiful town of Arbroath. We all know you love it. Did you grow up here?
Yep, born and bred Arbroath. Spent my whole life here apart from a little bit when I joined the army and moved away. But I've lived here for 44 years basically.
What makes it so special?
Arbroath, everything. It's the most famous place in Scotland. This is where the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1320, so it's quite an important place in the history of Scotland.
It looks really nice to live in. It looks lovely.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure when you left school, you joined the military. Was this always something you wanted to do?
Yeah, when I was your age and a little bit older, I joined Army Cadets. So I was in the Army Cadets in Arbroath, and then from there, because we have a Royal Marine base here in Arbroath, a lot of the guys want to join up and be in the Marines or be a commando. So that's exactly what I done. And 17, I joined, went away through to the careers office, signed on the dotted line, and went off and joined the army.
How long did you serve for, and where did you serve?
So, eight and a half, nearly 9 years, and I went to 29 different countries in that time. So I pretty much served all over the world.
Nearly the world?
Yeah, pretty much the whole world. We went absolutely everywhere. So places like Norway, Canada, Brunei, which is way in the Far East. Also done operational tours.
What was
so
your favourite place to
always
visit in?
the sunshine places when you got to go good trips. Like Canada, I went skydiving in Canada and done different cool things. The army gave you chances to do loads of cool different things that you wouldn't get to do if you just stayed in Arbroath doing a normal job. So pretty cool.
After the military, you joined the fire service. Would you say this is an easy transition because they're both very disciplined jobs?
Yeah, that's why when you apply for the fire brigade, you'll find when you get in there, there's quite a lot of ex-military guys in there. My shift at the minute has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us that are ex-military. Including me, 5 of us including me. So yeah, that's exactly, the fire brigade look for people like us because they know it's the same kind of job.
I heard you broke your finger in Gullin. How did this happen?
Yep, look, it still doesn't even look the right way.
Oh.
I was, what happened was, I was in the same intake, the same time as this guy called Marner. So I stuck my finger in the hydrant just so I could get away from him, and I got put on a new course. So I didn't have to work with him anymore.
It's bad for a darts player with a broken finger, ain't it?
No, it's the left hand. The right hand never gets hurt, ever.
So lucky you. I heard you training guide dogs. How did this come about?
Yeah, so me and Amanda, it's pretty much Amanda does most of it, because I'm away quite a lot with darts or I'm working. So 4 or 5 years ago, we were going to buy a dog and have a pet. And we just seen Forfar, where the guide dog centre is, only like 12, 30 miles away from here.
Yeah.
So we seen an open day on Facebook, went through, had a look and thought, yeah, we could do that. And then we just started doing it from there. We've had 5 guide dog puppies, so we're on number 5 now, which is Disco, the one that we've got downstairs.
When did your love of darts start?
Well, my gran and granda owned a pub in Arbroath. So when I was a kid, they had a nightclub and a pub, and I used to go in the pub when I was a kid. A bit different for you now, because back in the day you could go in the pub with your mum and dad.
Yeah.
But I played, no, now you're not allowed. But I used to play darts when I was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and then I just played from then all the way through my whole life. I played darts. So yeah, it's been right from a kid.
Who were the players you looked up to when you were younger?
Oh wow, that's a good question actually, because darts is different now. So back when I sort of was watching darts,
Younger.
Jockey Wilson was the main
Yeah.
man in Scotland, but that was in the 80s, so I was only just a small young boy at that time. But obviously, as you get older, and Gary Anderson became the main man in Scotland. So I would say now Gary Anderson and also John Henderson, Big Hendo from Aberdeen, from Huntly. I probably look up to him quite a lot as well, because he was one of the guys that said to me, why don't you go on the circuit? Why don't you try and go and do it as a job sort of thing? So I kind of respect him for that, looking at me and thinking I was good enough to do that as well. So yeah.
How do you work darts on around all of what we've just discussed?
It's quite hard. This last sort of 2 or 3 months has been really hard. So just to give you an example, I was in Barnsley at a pro tour, played darts on the Sunday, went back to the house that we were staying in, tea time, went to bed, got up at midnight, shower, shave, drove from Barnsley at midnight, right through the night back up to Scotland, right to the fire station in Dundee, and went to work on day shift. So I drove right through the night and went on day shift just to try and fit it all in.
That must have been hellish.
It was brutal, but that's just to save a swap, you know, and the guys in the fire brigade will know about swaps. So it's just really busy. But at the same time, doing all these interviews, these kind of things, you know, off the ball yesterday, doing an interview with Max Marner, this is the kind of thing that gets your profile raised, and people can tune in to watch this and sort of go, this is good. So I don't mind being busy, it's all right, it's all good.
In 2021, you went to qualifying school for your tour card. You must have been buzzing. What was the feeling like?
Yeah, actually, even just going down there was exciting. I played darts for a long time, so I knew that I could probably have a good chance of getting a tour card.
Yeah.
And then the whole week that I was there, I got through the first phase, first day, so I didn't have to play in the whole event. So I won straight through the first day, and then at Q School, the second day I got to the final. So I already had enough points to get my tour card. So I knew the last 2 days I was just there for a practice and a bit of fun, because I knew I'd already got a tour card. So it was pretty good. And I think anyone that wins a tour card has a big buzz. There's a big thing around it. They call it the golden ticket in darts. So it was a huge thing. So it was quite exciting, yeah.
Were you excited that you had a chance to play against the best?
I've played a lot of them before. So I've played that, like I said, I played that for over 30 years. So I played a lot of the big guys before, and they've ended up in the PDC. Now that I'm there, it was pretty exciting, the chance that I thought, you know what, I can play against guys like Barney, Michael Van Gerwen, Gerwin Price again. So it's a good chance to sort of see how good you really are against the best players in the world.
You made your PDC TV debut also in 2021. How was the nerves?
Absolutely bricking it, because I knew I played on TV before, but this was massive, playing the UK Open.
Huge.
And of all things, I draw Barney. So I'd already got in the top 96 in the world, so you should avoid some of the better players. And I got Barney, first round of the UK Open. So to play in that game, walking out on the stage, there was no fans because of COVID. So it was a bit better having no fans.
Easy.
So there's not as much pressure. Yeah, it was a bit easier, but still big Barney standing there putting pressure on you. So it was amazing to play him, amazing to have my debut in that event, and to beat him was just the icing on the cake.
You made it to the World Championship playing at the home of darts, the Ali Pali. Would you say this is your proudest moment in your career?
Yeah, 100%. I think the whole Ali Pali experience, qualifying for Ali Pali first is hard. You know, there's only 32 players off the Pro Tour getting there in the top 32 in the world. So there's only really one route when you're a new tour card holder. So I qualified quite good, quite high up, and that was 7th on the Order of Merit. So that was good. And to play there, when you walk out onto that stage when it's full, is crazy. That you see it on TV, when you watch it on Sky Sports, it's mental. So yeah, the first day I walked out on that stage, it was amazing, really cool.
You made a great run to the last 16. What was the atmosphere like?
Yeah, like I just said, I think it's English fans, mostly English fans, and a lot of football fans. So there's a lot of singing. Obviously, they were singing about Scotland getting battered everywhere we go. So I'm wearing tartan trousers on the stage at Ali Pali. I'm going to get abuse from the English crowd. Yeah, I was trying to wind them up, giving them a bit of that and giving them some of that. But that doesn't always pay to be that cocky, because they just get on you even more. So the second round I didn't do it as much. The third round I didn't do it as much. And then when I played in the fourth round game against Callan Rids, I wore my tartan trousers again and tried to get it.
Yeah.
But that was just one of them ones that he was just far better than me. He was class that day, and well played, Callan.
You must practice for hours. How long roughly do you say you practice a day?
Yeah, so this is the whole reason of having this whole setup was to practice. Yeah, so this was his bedroom before. So when I got my tour card, we changed this into a dark room specifically so I could spend more time practicing without going out. It's here. If I come home from work on a day shift, be home by about 6:30, in here for 7 till about 11. So there's 4 hours. And if I'm off work totally, then I can maybe do 4 to 6 hours in a day. Try to do as much as possible, but there's also, you need days off as well.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just do it every single day for 4, 5, 6 hours. Some people maybe do, but to balance your life as well, you need to do it. But yeah, I'd say on average 3 to 4 hours practice every day if I can.
Do you practice at both work and home?
I get asked this loads. I got asked it yesterday as well with BBC. I don't ever play at work. I never practice at work, but the guys on my shift play. So they've got a good setup now through me, so they all play darts.
Well, you're a darts player. You must inspect them sometimes. Who's the best player on your shift?
Well, to be fair, there's 2 good players. So Andy Beattie, your dad knows Andy Beattie. He's an all-round sort of sports guy, good at football and that, but he's the shift champ. And I actually played in that tournament and got beaten in the semi-final by one of my gaffers. So it's a bit of a running joke on the shift. I got to the last 16 in the world and then got beat on the shift Christmas Cup. So Andy Beattie won it. He's definitely the best player on the shift.
You ran a darts academy for about 10 years. Does it feel good giving back to the community?
Yeah, that's a good thing. If you just got the picture on the wall there, little Nathan, that's a picture of me and him playing for Scotland together, and he was the player of the tournament for the kids, for the youth. So I've watched him grow from 8, 9 years old right into, he's now an adult player playing in the PDC as well. So that's cool. But it's also cool for kids that are just learning darts, like yourself, you know, just new to darts, and they can play every other sport, but darts is a little bit different because it's quite a high skill level game. So it's cool that you can do that, and I think the accolades from the Darts Academy are great. I love it.
Your beloved Arbroath FC might get promoted this season. What do you think their promotion chances will be?
Well, 2 days ago this might have been a cool question, but because they lost to Kilmarnock on Friday night, it is now down to the playoffs. They finished second in the league now, guaranteed, even before Friday's last game of the season. The playoffs are going to be tough because I would imagine St Johnstone are the team that are going to be in the second bottom place in the Premier. And even before that, Partick Thistle against Inverness to play Arbroath. Tough games for Arbroath. But do you know what? This whole season for Arbroath has been amazing. So even if they don't go up in the playoffs, it's still been the best season that I can ever remember following Arbroath. So that's really amazing.
What are your hopes for 2022?
That I don't need as many swaps at work now. I think hopes for 2022, the biggest thing that you need to try and do at PDC is qualify for Ali Pali every year.
Yeah.
So just to qualify for the World Championships is big because that resets every year. So even though I had a good year last year, it means nothing in 2022. So hopefully qualify for Ali Pali, and anything above that's a bonus. And I need to stay in the top 64 in the world. So at the minute I'm 50th in the world. And if I can stay in the top 64, I keep my tour card, and that's the main goal.
Thanks, Soots. That was amazing. It was brilliant. I love how you gave me an insight to you and darts.
No bother. I think what we should finish off with is a game of darts and a wee practice, eh? This could be car crash TV, this, like. You're too close there.
So bad.
Stand at the back, stand back a bit there. Just
Right.
put both feet on the that's it. Right, chuck it hard. That's it.
Yes!
That's loads better.
Let's go!
Okay, your own darts, I'm not getting them.
Okay.
See when you're going, you're standing with your feet facing forward. Turn to the side. Yeah. So now you want this arm up, but while you're missing the board, because you're only sort of doing that, you need to go right back here and chuck it harder, yeah?
All right.
But you've got to let go of it there. Don't let go of it here, so it won't get to the board. See how you're going down there?
Yeah.
Chuck it when your arm's right at full extent. Just try it. Just try and throw it as hard as you can at the board. That's it. Look at that. See, you've got to do it when your arm's right out full extent. There we go. 100 times better. There you go.
Yes!
That's how you do it. You've even nearly hit a treble 20 there. Got to get your darts.
It's just when you're lining up for like this. And
Yeah,
then, like,
see
thinking
when
you're gonna
a
go.
lot of people come and stand like that. I think maybe back in 1805 they used to do that, but it's 2022. So stand sideways on. If you watch me, I don't go to my eye. I go down the side of my head just for more power. But
So like that?
a lot of people go to their nose or their eye, but just use it as when you bring your arm back and put it fully forward, throw it as hard as you can, like that, right in the treble 20.
Right.
Like that. Here's another treble 20.
Just.
Yeah, so see how I'm letting go, where you were letting go, right at the far, push it, that's it, that's how you get it. Stand out, aye, that's it. You threw that down a wee bit, you got to let go at the right bit. Yep.
So bad.
Hang your head in shame with that one. Do you know what, your first one you were doing what I said by letting it go there.
Right.
Your next two you were back to doing your just flicking it. So try again, go, stand in the middle, go across a wee bit, aye, there. Now, remember what I said, bring your hand right back then, full, that's it, that's it. That was actually a really good dart, it's just not enough power. There you go. Happy days. Apart from that
I just got to get it up, but...
Were you getting a bit tired? Right.
Bullseye.
Right, I'll get a bullseye in a minute for you.
Alright.
You have another throw and see if you can get free in the board. That's probably the main...
I'll have to count that on the board.
It's on the board. It's on the board, it's not in the tyre. There you go.
Yes!
So, just in for the middle. See if you can get all three within the doubles, within inside the board. Just one in. Push it a wee bit harder. Nearly. Oh, it's inside. Right. Try again. Right. What you're not doing, you're not.
Oh, I got it in the double thing.
So inside the doubles.
Oh.
So inside that doubles ring, if you get all three in, that's it. We've sussed it.
Right.
So think about pushing it harder. Push it up a bit. That's better. Chuck it higher. Try and chuck it up. That just bounced out. That was unlucky. It just bounced out. Your first one was good. There you go. Right. Take that one back, and we'll try and get all three in.
Right.
Coming out. Wrecking the stuff.
I'm trying my best.
It's a hole in the 10.
How did I get that in the 10?
That was a good dart if you were going for the hole in the 10.
Right,
I'll go for bills. I'll go for bills, and then you throw again, and we'll see if we can get all three inside the double.
Right.
This is a bullseye. Oh.
Nearly. Is that it?
Aye, look.
Yep.
So I've done my bit, so you've got to do your bit. Three inside the doubles. Straight arm, that's it. If you throw three like that, you're on. Yes. Treble 19. Why did you slow down? You slowed down.
Ah! I'm gonna get
You'll
it.
do it. Do you know what? Your first two were perfect. Then you took your time and slowed down, and you were thinking about it in your head. Just do what I was telling you. Just throw your right out. That's it. That's
The wall dented.
Max, are you any good at any other sports?
Yeah.
There you go. Another two of them, you're away.
I can. I swear to God I can.
Any good at pool?
I'm actually alright at pool.
Harder.
That was harder.
No, you let go. You let go. You let go about here instead of at the end of your hand. Exactly the same place. See when you're throwing it, Max, you're going like this and letting go there instead of letting go at the end.
Right.
Let go at the very end, like right when you're pushing it right through. You've got to give it power to get there. That's it. That's it. You've got it. Power.
Please,
Don't think about it. Just do the same as what you just done. Sky, sorry we've overrun on Sky Sports, but we'll try to get Max to get free inside the doubles.
2 hours later.
Surely,
I'm getting it.
remember and let go when it's out there. Push it hard. That's it. That's exactly how to do it. What's this hand coming up for?
Yes! Come on!